Afua Hagan is standing by with her read on that. Just watching some of the interactions there. Your take, Afua, on the significance of this meeting?
I mean, this is a hugely significant meeting for Mark Carney to meet King Charles III at this time. You heard King Charles III remark much to catch up on, and that is absolutely right. In this sphere of geopolitics that we're in, they have a lot to catch up on. The King met with two senior Canadian officials last week, and now meeting with Prime Minister Mark Carney today. It's reaffirming the connection with Canada. Of course, the King is head of state. And in this time where you have President Donald Trump repeating his wishes for Canada to become the 51st state, Canadians overwhelmingly rejecting that. And the King will obviously do whatever Canadians want, what the Prime Minister says goes, essentially. The King will support that. He is showing his support for Canada in this way. And of course, at this time where you have the war that's continuing in Ukraine as well, Canada heavily involved in that coalition of the willing, those countries that are willing to come together to support Ukraine, potentially with troops, as well as bringing together some sort of defense force money as well. It's hugely significant that Mark Carney has chosen his first trip abroad to be to France and then to England and to meet with King Charles III at this time.
I wonder, given the fact that Donald Trump has been repeatedly targeting our country, Afua, saying he wants to annex us, make Canada the 51st state, whether you think the King might issue any sort of statement as our head of state reinforcing Canadian sovereignty and independence or not. What do you think?
That's a really good question. The problem is that King Charles III is in a very difficult position. He has to remain apolitical, and monarchs traditionally do that. But of course, like you said, he is the head of state and will be lending his support and his voice to Canada in private. And people will want him to be doing that in public as well. On the flip side, he is the head of state of the United Kingdom, and the United Kingdom is also hoping to have favorable trade conditions with the United States. So he is balancing this tightrope of diplomacy, where he's trying to keep everybody on side, where he's trying to remain apolitical, where he's trying to support the major players in private. Whether he does that publicly remains to be seen at the moment, but it is a very, very, very difficult position that he's in, and one that he's trying to navigate.
Afua Hagan, royal commentator. Thanks, Afua. Much appreciated. Talk soon.